From the Leonardo, the tallest building in South Africa, rising above the richest square mile on the continent, we unwrap Africa. Siyaqhaqha, Tufunua, Debalon, Jekayo.
For Unwrap Africa, I'm Daniel Kijo in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania.
Africa is creating the future today. A continent alive with treasure.
For Unwrap Africa, I am Naba Muhiddin, reporting from Port Sudan in Sudan.
A new Africa, prospering, growing, leading, powering tomorrow, today.
For Unwrap Africa, I am Chris Ochamringa, reporting from Kinshasa, Democratic Republic of Congo.
This is the Africa that we are unwrapping. Vibrant, innovative, and unstoppable.
Join us on Unwrap Africa every Sunday at 8 p.m. only on SABC News.
Well, exciting times this coming Sunday. SABC News will launch a brand new show titled Unwrap Africa. It'll be aired on the SABC News Channel. The show delves into the latest developments on the continent, offering insightful commentary and connecting viewers to the people, places, and events shaping Africa's future. To tell us more, we're joined in studio by Unwrap Africa's editor and SABC News international editor, Sophie Mokoena. This is so exciting. I'm so glad that we've got a program like this, Sophie, and talk to us a little bit more about the kind of things and the stories that we're going to be telling.
Well, indeed, I think this is a good time to launch this program. As you know, that this month we are celebrating or observing the Africa Month, and we are looking forward for Africa Day in the coming days. But I think this program will be looking at developments on the continent. As you know, that the population on the continent is the youngest around the world, and there's creativity, there's innovation, there's art, there's sports, music. We thought of looking at these developments, not only focusing on conflict, negative stories, but really to unwrap the continent. And I think Africans on the continent and in the diaspora will be able to engage with us, telling us their stories in terms of what they are doing to build a better Africa.
Yeah, and it's important that we tell these stories. Perhaps you can also talk to us a little bit more about the content of the show, the kind of things that viewers can expect every Sunday.
We will go to different parts of the continent every weekend. On Sunday, we'll look at a particular country, look at the culture there, and also in terms of art, and also music, sports, and of course get into hardcore one interview where we'll be talking to a newsmaker on the continent from a particular country. It will either be in sports, it will be on arts, or perhaps on politics, or generally on education, health, to bring African stories to the Africans and Africans telling their own stories. And therefore, I think this coming weekend we'll have a kind of a mixture of art, including hardcore news, but also just to introduce the African viewer to this important show that is going to be about Africa and Africans, and not only on the continent, on the diaspora, in terms of what they are doing wherever they are. They've done a lot.
Yeah, they have done a lot, and there's so much good news on the continent that needs to be told, because I think it's about time that Africa tells its own story and doesn't leave it to other people to tell. And there's good things to highlight. It's not only the negative, which is what media tends to focus on. So talk to us about who the anchor is going to be at. Well, we saw a glimpse of Thembekile, but maybe talk to us about him, and also your first broadcast. When, how, what, all of that kind of stuff.
This coming Sunday, Thembekile Mkhototo will be our anchor, and I think he's ready for that. A very young anchor, and also someone who's still very young and can be able to really give us that life and that energy that we need for this kind of a show. Because as I pointed out, Africa is an important continent right now. Everybody's looking up to the continent in terms of development. You have the African Continental Free Trade Area where Africa is trying to ensure that African countries do trade amongst themselves. But also there's a huge following of SABC on the continent. In the SADC region, the 4 channels, 1, 2, 3, and of course news. Africans do watch SABC News, and they follow SABC News on our digital platform on SABC Plus around the world. We have strong following of Africans who want to keep in touch with what's happening on their continent, and we felt that this is important for us to give Africans a platform to tell their own stories.
Absolutely, and that I can confirm. I was recently in Kenya, and where I was staying, they had SABC News in the hotel. So if you're in Nairobi, Kenya, good morning. It's so
good morning, Nairobi. Good morning, Lagos. Good morning, Addis Ababa, Lesotho, everywhere. I know many Africans on the continent, they watch SABC. And I think even in West Africa, they do watch. And I'm thinking of Burkina Faso. We will visit you. And the coming days, we are coming in Tanzania there for Africa Day.
Amazing. Sophie, thank you for talking to us. Sophie Mokoena, SABC News International Editor and the editor of a brand new show on SABC News called Unwrap Africa. It'll be launched and broadcast live this coming Sunday, the 11th of May at 8 o'clock, right here on SABC News Channel.